All righty. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our conversation today with Ujwal Bajaj, who I had the amazing opportunity to meet here at CoinFest 2024 Asia in Bali here about 40 days ago. Ujwal, welcome to the call, my friend.
Thanks so much, Ryan. It's a pleasure to be here.
You know, it's such a blessing when we first met over at this event or there because this is I had no idea that Bali had so much going for it in terms of Web3. And, I've done business a lot in Kuala Lumpur and, different Asian areas and Dubai, obviously, as well. But I've been very impressed with what's been taking place here in Bali. And moving into Web3, it seems like people are very woke over here where the internet is going into full decentralization.
Absolutely, bro. Like Bali is the next blockchain revolution city. I can say that it's doing amazing wonders. No one, especially where you are right now.
Well,
It's
especially with me in town and you're coming over here to visit once again. So I want to take,
absolutely, definitely in this month only.
well, okay, we have a few things to talk about here, but first let's go to the day when we first met. And I'm going to let you tell that story because it gives me just goosebumps when we first met, brother.
Bro, like I was not expecting that you are a blockchain guy, first of all. When I saw your tattoos, okay, like he's from crypto, I can, yeah, yeah. So I had a conversation, oh, you into blockchain, and you were like you were so excited at that moment because we are the people who are like-minded. We think alike, like Web3 can transform the world. And so is your vision and your vision and your idea about the project and everything inspired me. We had a very good conversation. I flaunted my achievements to you that I won the hackathon and everything. You were also happy to hear that. So it was beautiful to meet you.
Well, I like to see
That
people have success. And I like to have success. And I just remember looking back that night we were at a party and we got talking. It's like I couldn't get enough of you, brother. Just as like, I was like, we've got to do something big. And let's talk about. So you won the Coin Fest. Explain the hackathon and how many people are partaking in that, and what your project was that won the hackathon, please.
So the hackathon was ETH and ETHC, powered by Ethereum. And around there were 200 and 250 developers over there. And yeah, and there were a few offline as well, like online and offline. It was a both hackathon. And we participated as a team of four and front-end and back-end developers. We made a good project for ticketing application. And that was something adding, basically the theme was to solve a real world problem, transforming real blockchain, using blockchain. Basically that's the beauty of the blockchain. So we tokenize the real world asset, basically tickets, to make the events ticket fraud proof. And there is no fraud in concerts and ticketing. The whole idea of ticket shows can be turned into like tokens and into blockchain, basically, so that people are secure and safe, that okay, everything is there on the blockchain.
Right, right. So that's awesome. 250 people, you took first place. It was just a godsend. I mean, what are the odds that you and I meet clear across the world on a rooftop mansion deck, a private party, and you just happen to be about Web3 and I'm about Web3, and I just got done public speaking at, CoinFest as a guest speaker as also. And then, here I am working with Candao, and we're going to touch base on why the project you selected was so important, because this is humongous, because ticket sales, first of all, I think are completely out of just ridiculous pricing right now.
Absolutely.
Even when you
Absolutely.
go get a beer there nowadays, they're 20 bucks for a freaking beer. We're getting ripped off everywhere right nowadays, getting ripped off on the
True.
tickets. And I mean, look at this. They call it Ticketmaster. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about tonight, friends, on this call is the decentralization of Ticketmaster. And Ticketmaster is going to be running scared when they see what we have, because Ticketmaster, they think that they're the master over us and we're like the servants just giving them the money. Well, guess what? We're going to name this this app, Ticket Slave, because now the system is a slave and us users are the master and the money comes in
Absolutely.
from us. So I decided to tone it down a little bit, and we've decided to go with the name Ticket Concierge for now, unless we come up with something better. It's a little softer, but usual what we're doing is creating a mix between Ticketmaster and also Meetup application. And the cool concept about Meetup is, this is not like if you want to sell tickets necessarily, although you can, but you can also, be able to post about an upcoming event. And, maybe like in Meetup, for example, they charge you $20 for that. Well, here you are, just again, Meetup in these, I'm not sure, but Ticketmaster is over a $25 billion company right now. $25 billion. They have definitely been our masters, enslaving us with their crazy prices for concert tickets. And so what we've done is, well, let's talk about, the Candao ecosystem, because Candao, I call this the mainframe for the decentralized of these applications. We already have a decentralized Uber. Uber's a Web2 company. They cannot transition into Web3. We'll talk about more of that later. We're talking about the decentralization. Even Google cannot transition to Web3 in a way that gets out. I mean, you guys, we're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars, trillions of dollars going back to the people. Ujjwal, from a number one programmer, and you work for us right now. We work together, I shall say. I mean, this is not like I'm not your master, you're not mine. We are a team effort. But talk about talk about your belief in Candao, the world's first DAO. How would you define Candao?
See, when you explain the vision to me that we are absolutely transforming 50 layers into Web3. So I will actually surprise you.
Monetization.
Yes. So that's the complete concept is giving power to people. Okay, you are actually, I would say, we are actually making the world decentralized. I can call it as decentralized internet, no more centralization. All the applications from Uber, from like anything you can say, like dating apps, any kind of stuff, we can just and that whole system, Candor is doing amazing to decentralize it and put all the things into Web3 so that our children are safe into a Web3 world where no one can like control, and there is more of decentralized things. So I'm excited about the whole project because it's actually solving the real world problems right now, which we are facing. So I value blockchain, and the Candor is actually working on the real use case of blockchain instead of just hypes and flukes. So
Yes.
I really value the project.
Yes, I think it's important for the people here. You've given your definition of from an amazing programmer perspective. I'm just a networker. I'm a connector. I've got 15,000 people basically on my cell phone, and I put things together and stuff like this. And before I even got involved in cryptocurrency, I want to share with my definition of what Candao is. So you hear everyone that watches this is getting it from two perspectives, because they're going to keep hearing it over and over from different people, the concept, to understand fully. Sometimes people have to, since this is a new reality that is here now, Web3, okay, and people are being depulged from the matrix of being an internet slave, basically, in monetization. I've been saying this for 13 years now. Monetization beyond blockchain. This is so important. Before I got even involved into cryptocurrency, into Bitcoin, stuff like this, okay, I was studying how could we return the money back from MySpace. I sold itself for billions of dollars. How do we get this money back to the people? Because I had issues that people here in the internet were making so much billions of dollars, whether it was AOL or anything like this, and it was like people are dying around the world. Children are dying in their parents' laps because a parent can't go ahead and put grains of rice in the children's mouth, and they're dying of hunger and stuff like this. And how the heck is this possible, Ujjwal, when we have so many billionaires around the world? How come they just can't create a billionaire chat or on WhatsApp and add these people together and actually solve feeding the hungry across the globe? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. And honestly, it pisses me off. But at the same time, I'm at peace with it because, hey, it has presented the perfect opportunity for people like you and I and other great minds. We're tired of this internet censorship. We're tired of, I got kicked off of Facebook, Instagram, and also, I'm going to show this picture. I got kicked off of WhatsApp also not too long ago. I'm going to show that because not many people have ever seen that before. But this is what it looks like when you get kicked off of WhatsApp. Let me show you this right here.
I saw that. Yeah.
Okay, let me show you what happens when I got kicked off of Instagram right here.
Instagram, yeah.
Oh, same day, same day. Let me show you.
Facebook,
It's a
yeah.
monopoly out there. I get kicked off Facebook, Instagram, and when you can't use WhatsApp, let me tell you, it's a pain in the butt out there because people are, if I have to call I'm traveling, I have to call a place, they have a WhatsApp on there. If I have to go ahead and connect with someone on Instagram, they make it so businesses connect with this. And now you're just stuck there going, okay, this is not cool. So let me go higher vibration now. Okay, let me get out that rut. Okay. So the thing about it is Candao is the world's first DAO social media project. That what has happened here is that it's monetization beyond blockchain, where we are able to monetize our relationships on the blockchain 50 levels deep, instead of us being monetized by these technocrats, technocrat royalty out there that have made billions of dollars. And all Mark Zuckerberg does is build a bunker to live underground because he knows one day everyone's going to wake up and want their money back. And we're coming for it right now, Mark. Okay, so here's the deal. What do we just say? What's really cool about this, I like to ask people if they believe in God, and we're not going to get a religious rant here, but when some people say, most people say yes, and then there's some people that say no, and then when they say no, I say, well, do you believe that there's something inside of us that connects us all, that we have something in common? And I would say 75% of those people that say no, that they believe in God, believe that to be the case, maybe 80+%. Okay, and then you got the weirdos that say that, no, I am God or something like that. I'm my own God. Like, wow. Okay. Anyways, so the thing about it is that this connection, this energetic connection, this thing that's within all of us, again, not to get, okay, it flows. Like I met you, then I met other people through you, and there's this energetic blockchain. So imagine Candao, a social media network that basically is equivalent to Facebook plus Android Droid Store and also Apple Store come together as an internet meets blockchain in Web 3.0. And then what happens is now, and we're doing God's work right here. This is why I got this tattoo, and I'm the domino of 2024 to go ahead and usher in this new system to go ahead and change everything for the people, because it's going to happen. And we're going to talk about the repercussions of this within the stock markets at the end of this call, Ujwal. But we're quickly getting to what this thing that we're talking about, this app where that you master, just beautiful job. But the thing about it is now if you take all those 1,000 blockchains that can go ahead and build into this DAO that support 2.3 million cryptocurrencies on the planet, it's all a freaking Ponzi scheme. Even Bitcoin, to an extent, it's every fiat money, every money system in the world, every financial system in the world, aka money, is a complete Ponzi scheme. We just want that. Everyone just deserves to go ahead and have that one Ponzi that is the least Ponzi out of all of them. Okay, and Ponzi is just a word. Okay, so again, people that come in Candao, we're not asking for money. There's a social media network, but we have a cryptocurrency within the system that's about 6.5 cents right now. And when this thing hits the market, guys, and people understand when this goes all across the news, because I've hired news agencies in Washington, D.C., okay, that work for Brock Pierce, okay, that help him get on to the major news broadcasts. I also one of the biggest billionaires in the world in cryptocurrency that made USD Tether. And then I've got the West Coast covered in Washington, in Beverly Hills and Los Angeles, that are going to put major articles out into the world about the elephant in the room. Okay, so this is going to go mainstream. But the thing about it is that just imagine you got the 1,000 blockchains that can build into this DAO, this social media network, or you call it so imagine decentralized applications can be built onto this. No longer can the Google Play Store and the Apple Store say, no, that app can't come out. Everything's on the blockchain, fully decentralized. We're decentralizing and getting down all the internet, as Ujwal said, but the most important thing is we're getting down to the core of what Web3 is. This is the most important thing, because before you build a house, you got to lay a foundation. Excuse me,
I agree.
build a mansion. We like mansions. You got to build this firm foundation. Okay.
True.
Then you could turn that mansion to a freaking skyscraper and turn it into Burj Khalifa. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we have to have a strong foundation. You can't go backwards like Mark Zuckerberg. We're going to start going underground now and build a bunker. That's for pansies right there. Okay. So Mark, anyways, Mark Zuckerberg, how come you can't do anything besides build an underground bunker when Elon Musk is making rockets, cyber trucks, solar panels, and doing all this great stuff for humanity? All this guy does is burrow underground like a mole. Okay. But anyways, not to get any more harsh on Mark. But the thing about it is this social media platform, this DAO, this, we call it the mainframe, can support these monetized apps that build upon it. Like we're talking in this case, a decentralized ticket slave. I mean, a ticket concierge app, a decentralized Uber, which we already have Fair.io. I think Fair is F-A-R-E. I was confused. I think it's F-A-R-E.com, not F-A-I-R. F-A-R-E.com. Take a look at it. A decentralized Airbnb, a decentralized Spotify, a decentralized YouTube. This is hundreds of trillions of dollars, friends, that are going to go back to the people on top of other stuff that sell through this. So Ujwal, now we're getting into the app right here. Okay. Now, the reason why, I made a market prediction when the CDO token goes live, the Candao token goes live on December 27th. And this is prophetic, our friends. This is prophecy. Everyone knows that is building up to this moment. Religions in all kinds of, Indian tribes across the world, they've been predicting this new uprising of the people, and it's going to happen in Web3. God told me it was going to happen. It came to me in a vision, and I'm just doing the work that I'm supposed to do every day. I don't work for money. I work to change the system. Ujwal works to change the system. And that's that. You know what? It was very interesting. Brock Pierce told me that the future of money was this when I was at his house in Washington, D.C. We're talking about the future of money, Ujwal. And I said, you know what, Brock, since we found a way to crack the entire financial system with this new currency, I said, I believe that the social media cryptocurrency of Candao, because all 1,000 blockchains build on this, I said, I believe the future of currency is love. And he told me, Ujwal, he said, you know what, it's actually karma, because it's what you do now, positive or negative. And I just try to I work on having good karma all the time, doing the most every single day. Another gentleman named Sacha Stone, who's friends with Brock, I told him about that, and he said the future of money is storytelling. I found that very interesting. So storytelling and karma. I added the third one to it, which is intention. So karma, storytelling, because your story, what you decide to do, Ujwal's story, for example, is creating the first application with the system to decentralize the world. Okay, first, look at this. What a story right there. My story, I grabbed Ujwal and said, get your butt over here. Want to go ahead and rock the cast ball over here, and make this happen. And boom, that's that. Okay, and the rest is almost history because it's going to go down. Okay, now one last thing I want to share is that this social media platform here, it's very, very important because, again, getting back to the why this is the strongest currency on the planet, and my SEC attorney has confirmed this, that he is at 45 years. I'm going to go ahead and play this right here. I'm going to tell you what he said. Okay, I'm not going to show his face in this video, friends, but I'm going to play something for you and show you what my SEC attorney of 45 years said about this. Watch this. Okay, well, listen to this. Here we go. SEC attorney for quite some time now, and you've been my attorney and represented me. Would you say, do you have any much of a doubt that I've cracked the entire financial system of the world wide open? No. I really look like it. Have you ever seen something more powerful than this in the history of finance? No, nothing like it. And how long have you been an SEC attorney for? There we go. And you truly think that it's worth looking into that? I probably cracked the financial system of the world in half. Every currency in the world. Wow. Okay, so but would you say that's a pretty good hypothesis right there? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Awesome. Okay, so I'm laying down the foundation. Everyone is getting into this. If people can fast forward to the thing here, I want to show one more thing here, because I went to Las Vegas and I talked to the AI robots. I talked to the AI robot and asked them what the future of currency was, how Web3 is going to change society, the positive impact and stuff. Okay, and this is what I want you guys to listen to what the robot said here. Okay.
How is Web3 going to change the future of humanity?
Yes.
That's like moving from dial-up to teleportation. It's all about decentralization, putting power back into the hands of individuals rather than large corporations. Imagine a world where you can own and control your data, and transactions are transparent and secure.
Exactly.
Yes.
Watch this, guys.
Absolutely.
Watch this.
You're most welcome, my friend.
Okay, so you guys have heard it from an SEC attorney of 45 years, and now I'm taking attorney after attorney, and I'm bringing this straight into the belly of the beast, per se, to show the United States government that we are changing the system, and it needs to happen right now to bring the money back to the people. And also, we're going to make a case for actually proper taxation on a global scale, which I'm very excited about. So this is going to be fully transparent. Okay, so Ujwal, let's go ahead and go to chapter 2 now, which is regarding your app. I'm going to give a screen share, about Ticket Concierge here. And I want to say the reason why I asked myself, before we go ahead and announce to the world on major news networks that, that billionaires are going to short Facebook, because we know we're going to suck the liquidity out of Facebook when that CDO token goes live. I'm letting you guys all know we're going to suck the liquidity out of Facebook by shorting Facebook on the stock market. We're going to take all that money and push it all in. You know how poker player goes all in. All that money that we make off those billionaires, stack it straight in a CDO token and skyrocket CDO token to the point that people are going to understand that there only needs to be one currency basically in the world right now, a token of the people. But I'm going to say this one last thing about that currency. You have a blockchain, 1,000 blockchains building into this DAO that have the opportunity to. And those currencies better build into that DAO, or they're going to be basically rendered useless, including XRP. So take this, you stack that with 50 levels deep of monetization. What's interesting about this is we're actually stacking human consciousness into this. Okay, AKA I call this the God consciousness. That's how you do it. Physical relationships. Okay, so you're building it up, is infusing God consciousness, that energy of humans, of us. Into the chain itself. It's never been done before. And now we're going to go ahead and decentralize, create a social media network. You guys, the powers that be shut Mark Zuckerberg down from listing Libra coin. Okay, Brock Pierce tried to launch a social media network called Voice. It was he shared with me on I'm actually looking at moving Voice over. I have a call Brock tomorrow to change this whole entire system and use that $30 million domain he acquired, Voice. So that may change into Candao into Voice. I love it. Nice and simple, right? So the thing about it is that they would shut him down also. The reason why the government shut these down is because it would become bigger than any global currency on the planet. Okay, obviously Facebook with all its billions of users, this basically tears down borders across the nation. It empowers the people. Now we're not just talking about a cryptocurrency on one blockchain like Libra coin. We're talking 1,000 blockchains infused with human consciousness, God consciousness, 50 levels deep. So that coin is going to be used within Ticket Concierge. Okay, I am done for now. Ujwal, I'm going to take a breather, and I'm going to let you want to comment on that before you do a screen share getting into Ticket Concierge, my friend?
Yeah, are you sharing your screen?
No, you get to share your screen. Okay, so do you want to comment on anything I said there before we do a screen share?
Yeah, like I really like that idea and the concept of Ticket Concierge, which we discussed. And you know what? That was the theme of my hackathon. So it's already appreciated by people. So I made the project and I won the hackathon on the same concept of yours, which you all, and we didn't meet at that time. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
talk about just divine timing, brother, for you and I to meet. I mean, in all this, I mean, total godsend. Here we are. So I'm very excited to announce, Ujwal, we grabbed your concept. And the reason why we decided to really rock and roll with you, besides the fact that I freaking love you from the first second I met you, is that when we're talking about ticket sales, we're talking about events with 100,000 people. We're talking about NASCAR events with 250,000 people. We're talking about clubs. My friend Kevin Jones, he's got 40 clubs of 40,000 square feet, the biggest nightclubs in the Carolinas. We're talking about all kinds of events, down to even the meetup idea, where people can actually hold small events, 15, 20 people, whatever it may be. So I'm trying to get down the fact, but I think we had to build a strong foundation in this conversation, Ujwal, too. But again, the reason why I decided to grab and decentralize this first is because that is how we start having concerts, and I plan on having, to go ahead in the masses and monetize every single person at these events. And the bands get to monetize those individuals coming in. So Ujwal, Ujwal, you have screen share right now if you want to do a screen share, brother, which I hope you do.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead and share the screen, brother.
Yeah. Just a second.
People are very excited to learn about this project right now. I tell you what, people are sick and tired of these Ticketmasters and Live Nation, for example. I don't really know the difference, but are you able to pull that up okay? You know, I mean, the amount of money that these people are taking is, and then what they do, they overcharge you for a hot dog and a beer. You know, they're charging you massive money at the shows on top of it. They're just kicking you in the butt the whole entire time through the event. It kind of ruins the, you know, the juju of the, you know, okay, are you able to pull that up, brother, please?
Yeah. Just.
Okay, so I think we can all agree this needs to happen, friends. And, you know, when the stock market finds out that this is just one example of what is to come, and once we launch that CDO token and these billionaires start shorting Facebook on this day because they know that coin goes live, it's going to be like, what next? You know, what is the value of money? Okay, all right. Ujwal, I am ready for you to do a screen share.
Just a second. I'm actually opening that.
Okay. So while he's doing that, you guys, I want you guys to think about the different applications out there, how messed up this world is. You got, for example, Airbnb is worth about $24 billion right now. And then what you have out there is you got OnlyFans worth $28 billion. You got Uber worth $125 billion. And that just shows how messed up the world is there, because it just shows that people are getting naked more. It's more important on OnlyFans than it is to provide a house over people's head. We live in a world that has completely lost its freaking mind because the money systems, these Web2 systems have been taking all the money. Okay, and also on top of that, they've been hoarding all this, and they've been devaluing the money by printing this money nonstop, and they keep printing more and more money because the system is set up in wrong in Web2. Okay, Ujwal?
Yes. So I'm basically sharing a video where a kind of application which I made, which is related to Ticket Concierge. And like this is the basic theme to basically tokenize tickets for the events and everything. So yes, it's there.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
share screen, please.
Yes. So here I share my screen now. Is it visible? Yeah.
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay. All right. So here you can see that it's basically your ticket to secure, transport, and fraud-free events. This is the basic same concept on the ticket for the Ticket Concierge. So basically, what problem does Ticket Concierge solves? Even bring people together, but behind the excitement, there's a growing problem: ticket fraud. So from fake tickets to scalping, event organizers and attendees face significant challenges. So basically, we have a solution that it's a DApp that revolutionizes the event ticketing by tokenizing event tickets as NFTs. We ensure that tickets are NFTs traceable and secure. With our platform, organizers can issue tickets directly to buyers, eliminating middlemen and reducing frauds. So, and yeah, like challenges, before we go to challenges, our platform offers a seamless experience for both organizers and attendees. Tickets are minted as NFTs and sold directly through our marketplace. So we can have a marketplace, we can have a whole application where everything related to tickets can be tokenized into NFTs, and then these can further go for reselling as well for the buyers, and they hold the original identity. They have the unique ticket number, the NFT ticket ID. So that's basically securing the event from frauds. So this is the reference of what we are trying to build in Ticket Concierge. So yeah, that was the basic concept regarding this.
I love it, but the name needs to be changed to Ticket Concierge.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just shared that.
I'm just playing.
And it's just a reference I'm talking about.
You know, so we have the GitHub. What we'll do is we'll put in this video description, the GitHub, if that's okay with you. You right in the description of the video here. That's okay with you?
Okay.
So people can, well, you don't need to do that right now. I'm just saying that, or what do you, okay, keep going.
Yeah, so there's a code. It's right now open source only. People can check over that. No problem.
Okay, so people can look over the code and stuff like this, and
Absolutely.
um,
Absolutely. And there's a video as well. Just a second.
I mean, it just blows my mind how many different ticket companies there are out there. And I asked, different events, hey, well, what ticket system do you use? And I'm like, oh, this one or that one. It's like, I mean, they all suck compared to what we have here. They're just taking all the money. It's ridiculous. I can't believe that people use that as an option. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So the tickets are as NFTs. You want to comment also just like how the NFT is used, because there's a lot of, whether it's Bored Apes, these stupid pictures out there that are selling for millions of dollars. I mean, that was just a poor concept of NFT technology. But how is NFT technology used in this case to make this where NFTs have great value?
Regarding so NFTs are basically the proof of authority, proof of identification that, okay, I hold this ticket, and that's into the smart contract. Every ticket transaction, whenever the customer is buying, whenever people are buying tickets, they are going to our platform, Ticket Concierge, and they are buying those NFTs. So while they are going to the event, they can just click on basically that validate that I'm the person. So that whole thing is in the smart contract. Nobody can touch it. Nobody owns it. And that's the real ticket which a user is holding. Even they can just say that, okay, I got a ticket for like Afterlife, let's say, for
Afterlife.
example.
Yeah.
Afterlife, yeah,
Yep.
for example. Then there can be a secondary market for this. If the platform allows, then
Right.
there is a secondary market where people can trade, and people can do things for this. So yeah, that's the other step.
And I want to, make it clear to everyone that's watching this is that we want this to be a platform by the people, for the people. Even if you're not a programmer, share your ideas, send it to me. You can hit me on WhatsApp, 206-396-9778. Okay, you can find me on Instagram. Even Mark Zuckerberg keeps getting bipolar and kicking me off, and then adding me back on on Instagram all the time. Canceling my account and bringing me back on. Superhuman RYZN on there. But the thing about it is, I was just thinking how cool it'd be, for example, to take that NFT technology when someone buys a ticket, and then what happens within Ticket Concierge, they can actually take that NFT and actually show on their within their system of the social media platform, because we have it all in one, for example, that those NFTs of those events that people have gone to, it can show those right there. So, maybe it's an NFT for a VIP, $2,000 ticket, for example, within the system. Well, that's not a lot of money, actually, when you have so much money coming for your monetized social network. You're getting so much money of all these ticket sales coming. Now you can afford to have that $2,000 VIP ticket. It just is freaking awesome. Then we have all those burning tokenomics of that CDO token, which is actually sound money instead of, a Federal Reserve diluted, currency that's absolutely worthless right now. It's bound to collapse. I mean, we don't even have enough money out there nowadays to support this flooding going on, because we've given so much money to other countries right now. It's just a craziness right now. It's the divine timing to bring these applications fully decentralized to the marketplace through the mainframe of Candao, to go ahead, Candao can build on a decentralized autonomous organization, so we can return all this money back to the people. Ujjwal, I mean, I'm predicting that, people are not going to have to work 9-to-5 jobs whatsoever here, basically, in the future. They're just going to do stuff out of the kindness of their heart. I mean, it's going to be productive out there, but we're going to change the money system so much, right? I mean, even in cryptocurrency, if meme coins can do, make people freaking rich. I mean, look what we have our hands on right now, brother.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, so is there anything else you want to say to this? Otherwise, I'm going to bring my posse over here. I've got my besties next to me, and you're a bestie overseas. But I want to have a serious conversation here. Eric, hey, sweetheart, come here. I'm bringing my queen bee in here. Let's go ahead and stop this screen share and just talk about something in conclusion
Sure.
about this. Come here, babe. One sec. I'm going to go ahead. This is Eric Nurm, one of the co-founders of a very nice cryptocurrency exchange. Say hello, Eric.
Greetings. Yes. So I've been knee deep in only crypto space for the last 7.5 years. Yes, last 3 years. Also with as a DEX founder, and I gotta say, I am my own god.
Stop. He's joking.
Yeah, let's
not go there.
I was overhearing you, gentlemen, over here.
But let's talk about what we're going to talk about here. And this is my queen here. And we are just Annika, and we met over here and just she's been around this whole entire thing. She's got her monetized network is growing, right, babe? You're go say hi. She's really just loving the concept. She's around us, going beast mode all the time. Really improving the system, and we matched today, huh? We match. Okay, so anyways, we are actually, but for she's new. She's an influencer, and she's watching her social network build. Do you want to say something, hun, about like what that's like, what you've experienced with your monetization of your network? She likes it. That's what she. Okay, but the point is, we want to talk about just the importance. Eric, if you can comment on what's going to happen in the stock market and the Nasdaq and stuff like this, when people come to the realization that these big major companies, mega billions of dollars here, are going to crumble when people understand that monetization beyond blockchain is the answer. Go for it, brother.
Well, the logic on this is that you see the Web3 platforms, which are already built, it does mean that they can actually handle giving away more than 80%, more than 90% of all incoming wealth, advertising money, any kind of monetization over to the users themselves. But when it comes to Facebook, what do you call it, Meta, Instagrams, TikToks, then they are stock listed companies. They are never going to be allowed to go into Web3 and start giving the opposite away that is now being taken from the people. So they're currently keeping 99.7% of all the money, okay? And that's $1.2 trillion that is now bound to be redirected every month towards the Web3 social media, right? Because they can never compete against this kind of giveaways, against this kind of monetization to the regular user, right? And so we believe in that firmly. And so we got one which is ready, made today, and with plenty of confirmed collaborations, and hoping to hear a lot about Ticket Concierge. All right.
And that's the thing is I'm bringing this straight to the SEC's attention through my SEC attorney and other attorneys, because we want to have a swift transition. We don't want a market. I want to say this for the record. We do not want a market upheaval, going out there and people, crying about the stock market transition. We want to have a peaceful transition where people can, pull their money and sell their Facebook stock. Mark Zuckerberg has already made enough money to, have his underground bunker and all that good jazz. So now, this money, there's plenty of enough money for this CDO token, people to benefit from this. And we're not talking about just the apps, we're talking about a sound currency system. So, it's my intention to work with the, the United States government and global governments. And we're working on facilitating this because this is massive what's going to happen. And again, I want to stress the importance of taxation done properly also. So that's our intention. We're not trying to, we want to do things right with the government and really change the system out there. So, brother, just really excited to have you with us, Ujwal. You want to comment on that at all, what you see in the stock markets at all? Because it's going to be a known fact. And when people realize that the Uber is going to crash because they can't go to Web3, mark my words for it. All these companies are going to crash. You want to comment before we?
Absolutely. Until unless if the power is not given to people, everything would be like crashing 100%. So as we can see the real use case of blockchain coming up, and now people are actually valuing the real power of blockchain, of giving powers to people. So ultimately things needs to be in Web3 now. Yes.
I love what you say about the solving real world problems. Hashtag real world problems. So Ujwal, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today and talking about this, because we're going to keep, moving forward to educate people on the, what's to come in Web3, so we can all work together to change the world for the better. So thank you so much for your time, brother, today.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Amazing.
I appreciate you.
Cheers, mate. All
Cheers.
right.
Bye-bye.